Everyone chose their second piece to be Rondo Capriccio. There's only one person who picked the other piece, so I will work with them one-on-one, just so that there's just this video. Anyways, though, so we're going to start working on Rondo Capriccio, and we're going to do it a little bit differently than we did the minuets last week. This piece is a little bit weirder to learn hands separate, but we're going to split it up into kind of the way we're doing the Star Spangled Banner. So if you take a look at the top of the page, they talk about rondo form, which hopefully most of you are pretty familiar with rondo form. So rondo form, the theme, the A part, alternates with secondary sections. So we're going to have a lot of repeating of A. So right off the bat, that first part at the beginning, that part right there from measure 1 to measure 8 is A. So go ahead and let's write these in our score so that when I give you feedback, I can just refer to these sections instead of specific measure numbers. So there's the A section. It has that theme repeated twice. Measure 9, first B section, and that lasts until measure 16. Okay? If we were in class, I would ask you about this or not. Then at 17, we have the B theme coming back. Or not the B theme, the A theme. Oops. A theme. Okay. Measure 25, we have brand new theme. We have this part. So that's the C theme. And that ends at measure 32. Measure 33. We've got A again. And then the end, which is essentially our coda, we're going to call D. Or you can call it coda, whichever one makes more sense. So what we're going to do today is actually go through and learn the A and B themes. So basically the first 2 pages. But the good news is once you've done that, then we only have 8 more measures to learn. Okay? And if that's not enough for you, feel free to learn more, but this is the way that we're going to break it up. Okay? So it says very lively, but we're going to start out at a really, really, really slow pace. Okay? So first note's A and E in the left hand. And then if you need to write it in, C and A, so middle C and A right here, okay? We're going to go through this very, very, very slowly. This is not super complicated, but we'll go through the A theme, okay? So let's go 1, 2, ready, go. That's all it is. It's all in a 5-finger position. You shouldn't be moving your hands at any point. So hopefully by now you figured out with no sharps or flats and a minor sound, it's an A minor. So you're going to be in that A minor 5-finger position for those first 2 lines. Okay? And that'll be the same when you get back to A again, A the second time, as measure 17. That's going to be the same thing. Okay? The articulation, if this is something, I'm not as picky about it, but if you can get the difference between legato and staccato, that'll actually probably help a little bit with getting in the flow of the piece once you want to go faster. For right now, just worry about making sure you have right notes. Another big thing to think about is I'm circling them in measure 2 and measure 4 actually, and measure 6, the rest at the end, making sure that you don't skip over them and go right to the next measure. So that's what this is what that sounds like. It sounds a little bit weird. That would be turning that measure into 3/4. So make sure that you count. One way that you can do it is, it's very elementary, but say rest out loud when you get to there. You're not playing a wind instrument, so you can do it, but it will sound like this. Rest. Or some other 1-syllable word, okay? It can be curse words if you wanted to, but just something that makes sure that you observe that rest and don't get caught up with your counting. Okay, let's do the B theme, and then that's actually all that we will do for this week. I just want you to work on that in the time that you work on it. So in measure 9, we'll keep our hands right here. In measure 9, we're going to have to move our hands. So if you struggle with remembering this, circle the finger numbers. What you'll do is you'll put 3s on E's now, so you're going to move, and you're going to be in a different 5-finger position. Okay? Hopefully you all should realize this by now, but just to make sure everyone's on the same page. So let's start at measure 9. I'm going to count off in the same tempo as we did at the beginning. 1, 2, ready, go. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4. And then you're back to the A theme. Okay? Alright, so measure 9 onward. The same thing. You're in the 5-finger position, you just shifted up. So you should be in the C 5-finger position. Same thing with the rest. Say rest out loud if you struggle with it. And just for right now, go nice and slow so you can make sure that you get the pattern right off of the bat. Okay? So just focus on the A sections. So we have 3 of them, and then the B section for this time. Next week, we will focus on the C and D sections. So measure 25 through 32, and then 41 to the end, the coda. Okay? Happy practicing, and this week I just want to see what progress you've made with whichever menu that you chose, so I'm looking forward to that.